Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today, a long time ago, I promised you the half cut crease for hooded downturned eyes, and also this is one of my most requested makeup tutorials. So now and again I will wear this makeup for some other video, and you always want to see how I did this makeup. Now, before I start, this is not going to be a very short video. I know a lot of people complain that I talk too much, but if you've been with me for a long time, you know I like to explain everything, what I am doing, why am I doing things that way. So it is much easier maybe for people that are quite new to makeup and are not that experienced. So my videos are a bit longer. If you're not into that, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. So today I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, the original one. I love this palette. It has loads and loads of lovely colors. The shimmers are wonderful. It blends really well, so I really like it. To be honest, this is how I do most of my makeup. I always start with the crease and try to find my crease, and if you've been with me for a long time, you know I have a whole playlist, which I will link here, of tips and tricks for hooded downturned eyes. But I don't do it every time with the precise cut crease. So for the cut crease you will need a concealer. I have here the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. Also, you might want to invest in that type of concealer or eyeshadow that is not shimmering and is sort of flesh color. This is Delilah Farewell Creamy Concealer, and I will explain why. Now you will need few precise brushes for, well, not few, one of these to sort of mark your crease. So I have here Morphe M213. As you can see, they are small and are quite pointy. Then I have Hulu P40, Rephr 13, and even BK Beauty from Angie Hot&flashy A504. I will list them all down below. You can choose which one you want to buy, but as you can see, they are all really small crease brushes and have a point to it, so that should make it easier to mark your crease with. These brushes are not clean because I have like a set of brushes that I do exactly this makeup, so they have the right eyeshadow on them, if you know what I mean. Okay, so first I am going to slightly mark my crease. And remember, in one of my videos where I say how to find your crease, I was talking about this indentation, this crease that is going from your nose. Almost everybody will have it. Doesn't matter how big your eyelid is, you should all have this crease. And that's where your crease should go, especially with hooded eyes. Okay, let's talk about my hooded eyes. So mine are hooded, but mine are also downturned. So can you see this crease going up here and then going down? For me, and I think for downturned eyes, you shouldn't do full cut crease. And by full, I mean that you're cutting the crease all the way here. I think it starts looking a bit too theatrical, and also this is the worst overhanging skin. You want to cover it, not highlight it with light eyeshadow. And that's just my opinion. Remember, I'm not a makeup artist. So the point of cut crease is to give yourself nice and big visible mobile lid. So as you can see, when I look straight, you can't see my mobile lid. My hood is covering it. And this will not work for everybody because we all have different degree of hoodiness. If you have a really overhanging hood, that probably won't work for you, but you could still do cut crease, but very short one. I would even call it quarter crease. So I will show you later. When you cut in the crease, cut it just to here, because usually this inner part is not as hooded as the outer part. Okay, so I'm going to start with marking my crease, and for this look I'm going quite low down my nose, just where that crease is going. Very lightly. And I'm blending it upwards. So our aim is to make this as big as possible. So again, we're playing with light and shade. Remember, light, shimmery things will bring things forward, make it bigger. Dark matte shadows will hide things, push them back. Another thing, when you are going with your crease here, you might be tempted to follow, you see this line. Don't do that, because that's where your eye is drooping. You need to go higher here to lift this side of your eye. Okay, so that's what we have now. Now I'm going to go to a darker eyeshadow with the same brush and darken just that crease. I'm not going up with it. We can blend it out later. Doesn't matter if you go a bit below that crease, because we will cut it out with the concealer. Now I'm taking Hulu P66, another eyeshadow, and I'm doing what I always do, shade my outer 7. In the meantime, with Rephr 15, I'm blending out the edges. I do that in between, just the way I do things. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, so I might be doing things back to front and jumping from doing one thing to the other. Now I'm going to even darker eyeshadow and just shading the very end of my outer 7. And again blending upwards and outwards in between. Now I'm taking darker eyeshadow again and trying to make this a bit darker, this crease. And now it's time to cut out the crease. So people do it different ways. Some people put a lot of concealer on the lower eyelid, open their eyes, and wherever the mark hits, that's where they cut it out. I can't do it, because I will put it on my eyelid. I open my eyes, but I lift my eyebrows so nothing gets there. I sort of follow this shape. You can do it with concealer, but it is quite messy. You have to be quite precise. I find it difficult. Sometimes, like I said, I like using concealer like this in a pen or eyeshadow. So you can draw line. So maybe we do it first with that, because this line has to be very precise. Then I take the concealer, just apply it on this eye. Then you take concealer brush, like any flat concealer brush. This one is Hulu P40. I think I've got some others. Sigma F70. Anyway, you take this concealer and then try to cut very precise line, which is quite difficult, especially if you have crepey skin and it's not very even. Then with your finger sort of melt it with this. Okay, let's do the other one. It is much easier to do it on very young eyes where the skin is nice and taut on your eye. You know, I lift my eyebrows, therefore I can stretch that skin. Otherwise the concealer might skip and you will have like a jaggedy line. And I only do it to here, so that's why I call it half cut crease. I don't go all the way here, because if I went all the way here, all this would have to be light and you would see more the droopiness. We want to open up this part of the eye, make it bigger, pop out, and shade the hood and droopiness on the outside. And now I am going to apply shimmery eyeshadow on the top of this. I'm going to apply, and you have to be very precise to go to that line as well that you've just made. You can also use matte light eyeshadow to do this. It doesn't have to be shimmery. And in the corner I'm using even lighter one, and you have to just follow this line that you made. This is Rephr 28, very nice because it's flat, so with the edge of it you can go right to where you made that crease. Now to sharpen the crease again, you can take very tiny brush like this one, that's Morphe M213. Go to the darkest eyeshadow that you used and just go over this border between the light and dark. I am sure that real makeup artists are probably going, that's not how you do it. But that's how I do it. Go over everything, blend it, and then I'm going to do my bottom lash line. Which I do exactly the same as any other bottom lash line. There is nothing different about doing your lower lash line with this makeup. Oh, you could not do the lower lash line. Go back to the really light one and MAC 253, this is just an eyebrow brush. I'm going to the black eyeshadow and just apply it right on the outer edge as a liner. Fall out, wet the brush. And I will apply mascara now. Now this is Golden Rose Lipping My matte lipstick in 03. I think you can get this stuff on Amazon. And I have here the Jade lipstick in Nude Sheer, but I don't think this color is available. It's quite an old lipstick, so right, so that's the finished look. As you can see, I've made my very small mobile lid look really big and open, and it's quite a polished look. So this is my version of half cut crease. That's how I do it. It is a lot of work because, like I said, at my age, the skin on my eyelids is not very taut. It's got texture. It has, you know, wrinkles. So to get this concealer cut crease done is quite stressful. Okay, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.